Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
On Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lee Soccer Gymnasium at the University of Minnesota Crookston campus, specifically the Gary Sunsky Court, as we get ready for the start of the Section 8 AA girls the 8A girls basketball playoffs. And our first of two games today here on yourliveevent.com and Gold 101.5 KRJM has the Stephen-Argyle Storm taking on the Sacred Heart Eagles from East Grand Forks. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello along with Dawson Peterson. We'll be providing the coverage for you here. Our pregame show is brought to you by the Main Street Station and Deli. They're currently looking for full and or part-time help. Stop in or call 218-945-6488 for an application. 218-945-6488 for an application. Stephen-Argyle comes in with a record of 8-17. They won the pigtail game on Monday, defeating the Northern Freeze 69-43. The Storm with a record of 8-17 on the season. Sacred Heart comes in ranked number 9 in the state in Class A, according to the Minnesota High School Basketball Coaches Association. The Eagles on a 13-game winning streak and an overall record of 22-4. They wrapped up the regular season last week by defeating Climax Fisher 65-55. And these teams did meet in the regular season twice, in fact, with Sacred Heart winning both of those meetings. We'll be checking in with both the coaches on our Midwest Bank of Waban pregame coaches interviews. We'll talk with David Smith from Stephen-Argyle and Brian Lowe from Sacred Heart when we return from this 2-minute break. A 3-minute break on yourliveevent.com and Gold 101.5 KRJM.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
So many things make Warroad special. The community involvement, the number of activities that either as adults or for our children are really endless.
Being able to know who my kids are hanging out with, who are their parents, how can we make sure that everybody is keeping each other safe? It takes a village from that side.
It really is a small town, but has a huge heart. Come join us in Warroad.
And time now for our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waban. Stephen-Argyle and Sacred Heart scoring off in the Section 8 AA Girls Basketball Playoffs. Joined now by David Smith, the coach of the Stephen-Argyle Central Storm, who got here courtesy of the play-in game on Monday with a win over the Northern Freeze by 26 points. And this was after you had lost to them by 3 points about a week prior. What turned things around?
Well, we just executed better. They put a zone on the previous game, and we just were very passive on it. So then we did a much better job of getting the ball to the basket, scoring, and then we ended up playing a little bit better defense on the other end.
Tell me about your season, how things have gone.
Well, it could be better. All right, we're in there at the bottom seed here now, but we've grown in a lot of ways, and that's what we like to see. We played probably one of our most consistent games there in that game on Monday to get to this spot. So hopefully that can keep that trend moving forward.
You do have a young team, I see, with just 2 seniors on the roster.
Yeah, and that has been part of our growing pains this year. The experience out of it, especially kind of with our guard play. Our post players have seen some playing time, but our guards have not seen as much, and it's shown in games, especially when you see some pressure. That's when we've kind of struggled. So hopefully now we've gotten better as the season went, and now hopefully we can show it tonight.
You've had a couple of chances to play Sacred Heart this season. They were the winners both times. What have you learned from those experiences?
That we're going to have to make sure that we contest their shooters. They got some shooters that can get really hot, so we got to make sure we can't lose them and we close out and not give them open looks. And then we have to make sure that we rebound, because they got two post players that love to crash the boards and be tough on those. So we got to make sure that we keep them off the boards and give them only maybe one shot.
And it's difficult for one team to beat another 3 times in a season. You have to do something to make sure that cliche holds up.
Yeah, exactly. Willing there, we played pretty tight at their home court, and I think a lot to do with that was the defense that we had. So we got to make sure we match up in that level, and then just take care of that ball offensively. All right, don't get in a rush. Make sure we're doing pass fakes and shot fakes, and just value that basketball a little more tonight.
All right, best of luck.
Hey, thank you.
And that is David Smith, the coach of the Stephen-Argyle Storm. Our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Midwest Bank of Waban. We'll continue with our pregame show as we get ready for the 8A girls basketball playoffs. Stephen-Argyle against Sacred Heart. We'll be back after this 3-minute break on Gold 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Drew Ness, your local ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Over my nearly 2-decade career, I've prided myself on being a relationship lender, listening to my customers, and providing custom-tailored solutions based on their financial goals. With true local decision-making done right here in the Red River Valley, you can be sure American Federal Bank will be with you every step of the way. Call 784-7121 or stop by the office and visit with me, Drew Ness, your local experienced ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Member FDIC.
Marijuana is now legal for people aged 21 and older.
I always tell my younger patients that using marijuana while you're young can hurt how your brain grows. It can harm learning, memory, and attention.
And they need to know that the use of marijuana is illegal for anyone under the age of 21. That means it's age restricted, just like using alcohol, tobacco. That means you have to be 21 or older to use it.
Be a team player. Talk to your kids. This message was paid for by the Cannabis and Substance Use Prevention Grant.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
You need a bear in there.
check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Live in comfort and community at Benedictine Mission Coordinator. Seniors can enjoy the ease of 1 or 2 bedroom apartments, now available at a new low price. Each apartment features a full kitchen and bath, washer dryer, along with utilities included, and a daily continental breakfast. Stay connected with social activities and worship services. Plus, there's convenient transportation and indoor access to therapy services and the Essentia Health Clinic. To learn more or schedule a tour, call 218-521-0161 for Benedictine Mission Coordinator.
Hi, I'm Tyler McGlynn, and I'm the owner and Assisted Living Director at Bethany Assisted Living in Foston. We provide services for mentally ill and elderly in a safe and comfortable family setting.
I recommend it for people who want to come in here. The place is nice, the place is good, the staff's real friendly, and gets along with people. It makes you feel like family. We are family.
Exciting news from Bitker Inc. For a limited time, GT radio tires are on sale and you'll save $50 on every set of 4 tires. Upgrade your ride and keep your family rolling safely this winter season while pocketing extra cash. $50 savings on every set of 4 tires from Bitker Inc., located between Ada and Halsted. This offer will not last long. Visit Bitker Inc. or call 218-456-7467. Save $50 on every set of 4 GT radio tires.
We continue with our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waban. Sacred Heart taking on Stephen-Argyle today in the 8AA girls basketball playoffs. Brian Lowe, the coach of Sacred, joining us now, and the Eagles on a 13-game winning streak, and oddly enough, that streak started the last time you played Stephen-Argyle.
Yeah, it did. You know, we have been playing pretty well the last few games, and it helps to get our post player Lexi Lawrence back in the games with us. But you know, in her absence, Bryn Stevens was a post player who really stepped up as a freshman and did some nice things, and has earned herself some more minutes now. And yeah, this Stephen-Argyle team we know is scrappy and well coached, and they're going to give us everything they got.
What were the things you got out of your 2 victories against them?
Well, number one, I think we have gotten to be a better rebounding team. You know, the first time we played them, we did not rebound very well, and their number 15, the Winterovich, is a really strong body in the paint. She rebounds really well, both offensively and defensively, and so that's kind of a key for us, is to try to keep her off the boards. And we know they've got some shooters who can hit shots when they're open. And so, you know, we know who they are, and our girls have their assignments, and we just have to execute them.
Tell me a bit about Lexi Lawrence. I understand she missed the second meeting with Stephen-Argyle, but she has been a really solid player for you inside.
Yeah, she's really good. You know, she competes. She plays a lot of basketball, you know, in the off season, and works really hard on her game. She loves it. She's pretty well rounded, offensively, defensively. She scores. She can kind of score it from anywhere. You know, if she's open at the 3-point line, she's got the green light. But her post moves are pretty good, and she's shooting the ball really well from the free throw line lately, which is a nice luxury to have a post player that can make a lot of free throws, because you know they tend to get fouled quite a bit. So, yep, she's an asset for sure, and we're thankful that she's healthy and to have her back.
And you've got a couple of guards who could be mistaken for the point guard. Leah Sunby, who is, and Finley Horkin, who actually leads you in assists.
Yeah, which is weird, because you know Leah has the ball in her hands probably more than anyone, and but you know Leah's a facilitator. She gets us in our offense, and
Finley's a athletic girl who can get by people, and so she gets to the paint and creates a lot of stuff for other people, which is why she has a few more assists a game. But they're both very well rounded. They both defend hard and can score when they need to and can pass when they need to.
What will be the important things for you today?
I think, like I said, we gotta really limit number 15 in the paint. She's a pretty good post presence in there for them. And then when we get defensive rebounds or turnovers, we want to get the ball going in transition and try to score quick. Use our speed and athleticism a little bit. And then we want to be able to get the ball in the paint. We've got Lexi and Bryn, a couple 6-footers there that we know if we can get it into them, they can score or they can kick it out and find our shooters. So that inside-out game is important for us.
All right, that's a lot. And that is Brian Lowe, the coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles. That wraps up our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Midwest Bank of Waban. We're about 10 minutes or so away from tip-off. Sacred Heart and Stephen-Argyle in the Section 8A girls basketball round of 16. We'll be back with the keys to the game when we return in 3 minutes on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Nearly 1 million Minnesotans trust Minnesota Mutual Insurance to protect their homes, farms, and personal property. Bray Gently Mutual Insurance was founded in 1900 right here in Northwest Minnesota. We've been proudly serving Polk, Pennington, Red Lake, Marshall, Beltrami, Roseau, and surrounding communities ever since. Bray Gently Mutual Insurance in Thief River Falls, specializing in farm and residential insurance protection. Call 218-683-3200 or visit braygently.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At D&D Commodities of Stephen, your friendly neighborhood bird seed plant, we're committed to premium nutrition for birds, small animals, and wildlife. From wild bird seed to caged bird and small animal blends, we provide top quality products at great value, so your backyard and pets stay happy and healthy. And just like we fuel nature, we're cheering on the Stephen-Argyle Storm football team in the section championship. From all of us at D&D Commodities, go Storm!
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
And welcome back to the Gary Sensky Court at Lee Soccer Gymnasium at the University of Minnesota campus, Minnesota Crookston campus. Joe Lancello and Dawson Peterson with you here. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Fossen Chiropractic Clinic. See Dr. Gabe for chiropractic, acupuncture, wave therapy, hydro massage, and nutritional supplements that will keep you healthy all year long. Foston Chiropractic, located at the stoplight in Foston. Call 218-435-6186. Keys to the game here, I think the big matchup inside between Sacred Heart's Lexi Lawrence and Ayla Winerovich of Stephen-Argyle will be a very critical thing in this game. And also, as we get to the postseason, you want to cut down on turnovers. The fewer the merrier, to twist an old cliche. And the rebounding battle will be critical as well for both teams. Who comes out ahead there? Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Foston Chiropractic Clinic. See Dr. Gabe for chiropractic, acupuncture, wave therapy, hydro massage, and nutritional supplements that will keep you healthy all year long. Foston Chiropractic, located at the stoplight in Foston. Other matchups tonight, the winner of this game between Sacred Heart and Stephen-Argyle will face either Foston or Mahnomen-Waban. Those teams squaring off in Foston this evening with a 7 o'clock tip-off time. And that game would be the third of 3 played at the Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls this coming Saturday. Other matchups tonight, Winnie Mac will be at Kelleher Northome, at Kelleher to be precise, and Kelleher Northome, quite the powerhouse. And they are actually ranked number 2 in the state in Class A girls basketball in Minnesota. Mahnomen-Waban at Fossil, we mentioned, tips off at 7. Bagley at Black Duck, also a 7 o'clock tip. Red Lake takes on Lake of the Woods in Badette. Our second game tonight here from the University of Minnesota Crookston. 7:30 scheduled tip for Climax Fisher at Fertile Beltrami, a 4-5 matchup. That'll be interesting. And also it's one of those situations where Fertile Beltrami has beaten the Climax Fisher Knights twice this season. And a couple of games going on at Northland Community and Technical College in Thief River Falls. We have coverage of these games on YourLiveEvent.com. We start with Warren Alvarado Oslo, the number 2 seed overall, taking on Goodrich Grigla, and that'll be followed by Kitson County Central against Red Lake County Central with an approximate 7:30 tip-off for that game. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll have more as we get ready for tip-off. Stephen-Argyle against Sacred Heart on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
And just a couple of injury notes here as well we want to pass along. For Sacred Heart, Kendall Novacek, an 8th grader, will not be able to play because of a knee injury. Audrey Anderson, a junior, unavailable because of a hip injury, and Stella Risky has a concussion. But Stella's older sister Lydia will uphold the family name in the starting lineup tonight. And Stephen-Argyle with no injury worries there. And we will come back for the starting lineups and the opening tap. Stephen-Argyle and Sacred Heart. This is R&J Broadcasting, Gold 101.5, KRJM FM in Mahnomen. And this is also on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Hi, this is Jordan Johnson from the Ada Borup West School. At Ada Borup West, we're committed to excellence and continually look to expand educational opportunities and experiences to teach and prepare students for various career opportunities. You are invited and encouraged to be involved in the Ada Borup West Schools for education, fine arts, and athletics. For more information, please visit today and find our website, ada.k12.mn.us. Ada Borup West School, home of the Cougars.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the Annual Bull Sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m.
Your legacy matters. This is Kurt Fillion, Wealth Advisor with Franzen Investment Services. Estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for anyone who wants to leave a legacy for their loved ones and ensure their wishes are honored. At Franzen Investment Services, we guide you through the process with care and clarity. Estate planning is complex. We can help make it simple. Let's talk about securing your legacy. Give me a call at 218-415-7139. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, and SIPC.
And time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by West Main Pizza in Ada and in the Rail District in Dilworth. Like them on Facebook. They're more than just pizza. WestMainPizza.net. Try the new $7.95 weekday lunch specials at both locations, weekdays from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. For Stephen-Argyle, the visitors in the white with navy blue and white. Number 5, Emily Marcus, is a 5'10 senior. 13, Annika Adolfsson is a 5'6 sophomore. 14, Jocelyn Groven, a 5'4 junior. 15, Ayla Winorovich, a 6-foot junior. And number 23, Adley McGregor, a 5'8 freshman. David Smith, the coach of Stephen-Argyle. The Storm, 8-17 on the season. And now for the Sacred Heart Eagles, who will be in the home purple with white and gold. Number 2 is Finley Horkin, a 5'5 junior. 3 is Leah Sunby, a 5'1 junior, who, if things go right for Sacred Heart, will be proof of the idea that good things come in small packages. Number 5 is Lydia Risky, a 6-foot junior. 10, Izzy Swickla, a 5'4 senior. And 21, Lexi Lawrence, a 6-foot junior. Brian Lowe, the coach of Sacred Heart. The Eagles 22-4 with a 13-game winning streak. Starting lineups brought to you by West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth. And our scoreboard brought to you by Lakes Community Co-op. LakesCommunityCoop.com for energy solutions, convenience stores, a meat market in Perham. A place to get feed and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. And the tap controlled by Sacred Heart, they'll go from left to right. In the home purple with white and gold. 3 on the way from the left, doesn't go. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by the Eagles. Sunby has it top of the key. Looks like a man defense so far from Stephen-Argyle. Risky driving shot. No good, out of bounds, and it goes to Stephen-Argyle. And full court pressure coming from Sacred Heart. Annika Adolfsson on the dribble, being surrounded by Sunby. Adolfsson almost lost the dribble, and that's a 10-second call. So the pressure from Sacred Heart paying off in a turnover here, 39 seconds in. Swickla on the inbound, the hash mark on the near side. Pass for Lawrence in the left block. Kicks it off on top for Risky. Risky driving right out of the lane, ran into a double team shot, didn't go. And a rebound for Winorovich. Adolfsson into the front corner on the far side as Stephen-Argyle go from right to left. McGregor top of the key, handing it for Marcus. Adolfsson now on top for Jocelyn Groven. Marcus right wing, 12 to shoot. Marcus dribbling toward the left corner, entry pass tipped away by Lawrence. Comes to Groven with a shot clock almost up, and they will not get a shot away. Shot clock violation, turnover 2 on Stephen-Argyle in the first minute, 27. No pressure defensively from Stephen-Argyle as Marcus brings it across midcourt to the top of the key. Bounce pass high left. The runner is up and in by Finlay Horkin. And the Eagles score first, 2-0. Groven driving left to the lane, got down almost too deep, tried a reverse layup, didn't go, but an offensive rebound for the Storm, and a 3 on the way by Adolfsson, hit the bracket, no good. Another offensive rebound and a foul. And Adley McGregor, the 5'8" freshman, will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Storm. First foul of the game goes against Izzy Swickla of Sacred Heart. First free throw good as the gym turned into a space so quiet it's like it's the Roger Moe Library here at the UMC campus. McGregor with a chance to tie the game? No. Rebound controlled by Lawrence for Sacred Heart. Lawrence started to dribble down the 5 side. We'll give it back to Leah Sunby. Horkin right wing. Risky from the left, giving it back off now. Now right corner 3, Sunby. Shot doesn't go, and a rebound for McGregor. 5-2 rebounding edge, and the ball tipped out of bounds. And it actually off one of the Stephen-Argyle players. That'll be their 3rd turnover. Eagles will inbound baseline left, going to the basket to our right with 20 to shoot. Inbound for Sunby. Bounce pass into the block for Lawrence. Pulls her way in, shoots off the glass and scores. Lexi Lawrence with her first basket. And it's a 4-1 lead for Sacred Heart. Dribble down the far side to the block. Groven surrounded, almost a 5-second call. Got it away to Adolfsson on the left wing with 15 to shoot. Adolfsson in a lane shot, and a foul called, and 2 free throws coming for Annika Adolfsson. Leah Sunby commits the foul for Sacred Heart, her first and the team's second of the first half. Adolfsson missing the first free throw. Into the game now for Sacred Heart. Number 15, Bryn Stevens, 5'11" freshman. As Risky will check out. Second free throw, no good. Long rebound picked up by the Eagles. And a pass to the far side, tipped out of bounds by Groven. The ball will stay with Sacred Heart with 31 to shoot. 14:55 to go in the half. Just underway here from the University of Minnesota Crookston. 8A girls basketball on Gold 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com. Sunby for Horkin, right wing. Into the right block for Stevens. Stevens passes it back out, and now Horkin has it with 12 to shoot. Lawrence high post right. Spinning into the lane. Shot was too low. And a rebound for Groven. 6-3 rebounding edge for Stephen-Argyle so far in the early going. And off center of the right wing into the lane. Hands back for Groven outside the three-point line on the left. Swinging it back around for McGregor on the right wing. 15 to shoot. McGregor driving to the baseline. Shot hit the side of the rim. And the Storm, and the Eagles rather, rebound. Jumper left wing from Sunby doesn't go. And a pushing foul underneath. In chasing the rebound. Foul on Lexi Lawrence of Sacred Heart. That's her first foul, 3 on the Eagles in the first half. And we're just 4 minutes and 2 seconds into the game. And a nice try by Finley Horkin to try to break up a pass and keep her balance out the far sideline in front of the scorer's table. She just couldn't keep her balance. Stephen-Argyle will keep it. Fresh shot clock. Again, full court pressure, but the inbound comes to Winterovich in the front court, the hash mark far side in the front court. McGregor right wing near the sideline, pass for Winterovich to the baseline, kick it back out. 3 from the top of the key is good by Jocelyn Groven. And we're tied at 4. First tie of the game, 13 and a half minutes to go till halftime. Sunby for Horkin on the right wing. Horkin will drive toward the baseline. There was contact. And Finley Horkin will get a couple of free throws. Annika Adolfson with the foul for Stephen-Argyle. That is her first and the first on the Storm in the half. Horkin's first free throw off the bracket, no good. Horkin an 80.6% free throw shooter. Izzy Swinkler checks back in for Sacred Heart to replace Lexi Lawrence. And we're still tied as both free throws missed and a rebound for Adolfson. And then a takeaway by the Eagles. 3 on the way from Sunby. Doesn't go from the left wing. Sunby trying to follow her shot. Ball went out of bounds and it will go to Stephen-Argyle. Again, full court pressure coming from the Eagles. Adolfson down the far sideline into the front court. Now circles to the top of the key and gives it off for Danica Swanson, number 4, who's checked into the game for the Storm. Groven right wing with 15 to shoot. Groven surrounded by Horkin. Tried to pass it back for Swanson, but she couldn't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover 4 on Stephen-Argyle. Sacred Heart ball with 12:45 to go in the quarter. Or excuse me, the first half. Horkin right wing, swing it to the left side. Sunby at the bend of the arc on the left. Entry pass for Stevens inside, makes a move in, scores and a foul. Bryn Stevens with a shot at a 3-point play. Eagles back up 6-4. Winterovich with, Emily Marcus the foul for Stephen-Argyle, her first, team second. Stevens with the 3-point play. Stevens checking out, and number 1, Ella Arntzen, a 5'9" junior, into the Sacred Heart lineup. Again, full court pressure from Sacred Heart. Adolphson on the dribble in the backcourt. Into the front court, still going. Adolphson lays it up and out, around and off the rim. Scramble for the rebound. Risky, I think it was, tried to pick it up at the baseline, but then the ball went out of bounds, but we've also got a loose ball foul on Stephen-Argyle. This is on Ela Winorovich. That's her first. 3 fouls against each team with 12:10 to go in the first half. 7-4 Sacred Heart. Sunby got a defender in the air, drove into the lane, dumps it off down low, left block, shot doesn't go. Good hustle for the offensive rebound, and the ball comes to Sunby, who will set it up again. Horkin to the top of the key, into the lane, 3 on the way from the right from Risky, doesn't go. Stephen-Argyle rebound, long ball for Adolphson in the front court, near side, tried to lob it to a teammate, but it goes out of bounds. Lexi Lawrence back into the game for Sacred Heart to replace Risky. Sunby into the front court, pass right block, and the shot will roll in for Finley Horkin. Horkin with 4, Sacred Heart leading now 9-4. And timeout called by Stephen-Argyle, a short one, to avoid a 5-second call on the inbound. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com for energy solutions, convenience stores, a place to get feed and more, lakescommunitycoop.com. This timeout brought to you by Gordon Construction, providing quality construction services to the entire area. Gordon Construction is a Native American-owned construction company that is building for the future. First time out of the game taken with 11:22 to go in the first half. Sacred Heart leading Stephen-Argyle 9-4. Either the scoreboard operator got confused or they were having some fun as they switched the names over the teams on the scoreboard. Into the front court, Danica Swanson for Stephen-Argyle's play continues. An attempted steal by Stevens was saved back by the Storm. 17 to shoot. Into the lane, turnaround shot is up and in by Ela Winorovich, her first bucket. 9-6, the Stephen-Argyle lead. Sunby top of the key. Around the arc to the right. Bounce pass into the block for Lawrence. Looking to drive in, split 2 defenders, got Hecht on the way in. Shot didn't go, but a foul. And Lexi Lawrence will shoot 2 for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Taylor Rogas, who just checked into the game, a 5'8" freshman, committed the foul. That's her first. 4th team foul on the Storm. 23, Adley McGregor back into the game for Stephen-Argyle. And Marcus sat down. Lawrence with 1 of 2 free throws. She's got 3 on the game. And the lead is 10-6 for Sacred Heart, trying to extend a 13-game winning streak. Grove in between the circles, gives for Rogas on the right wing. Out high for Swanson. Now into the lane, Winorovich. Shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound, McGregor. 3 on the way from the top. By Groven doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. Left baseline jumper from 15 doesn't go for Swanson. And Lawrence rebounding for Sacred Heart. Marcus left the lane, gives it off. Left corner 3 from Arntzen, way too long. And a rebound for Groven. Rogas into the front court. Now they swing it to the far side for Swanson. Winorovich pops out high post right. Rogas driving right of the lane, tried to lob it down low, and intercepted by Lawrence. 6 turnovers now against Stephen-Argyle. Sunby right corner, driving toward the lane. Shot didn't go. Rebound popped around, and it's Sunby who got the rebound. Top of the key, Horkin. Sunby, high left. Down low for Lawrence in the left block. Spin move in the lane. Shot good. 5 for Lexi Lawrence. And a 12-6 lead for Stephen-Argyle. They're, for a Sacred Heart rather, their biggest of the game. And we're midway through the first half. Less than 9 minutes to go. Swanson for Groven left wing. Winorovich high post left. Back for Taylor Rogas. Winorovich left of the lane. Kicks it back off with 8 to shoot. Groven driving. Lost the handle on the ball, then fell out of bounds. Last touched by Sacred Heart. The ball will stay with the Storm with 4 to shoot. 13, Annika Adolfsson back into the game for Stephen-Argyle as Groven will sit down. And a couple of changes for Sacred Heart as well. Adolfsson got the inbound and a whistle right away. Oh, sideline violation, out of bounds. 7 turnovers against Stephen-Argyle. 23, Kate Bernhoff, the 5'7" freshman into the game for the Sacred Heart Eagles. And Izzy Swickler, number 10, back into the lineup. Entry pass, right block for Lawrence. Turnaround shot, no. Offensive rebound for Horkin. Her shot missed. She hit the deck. And a scramble for the loose ball out of bounds on the far side. It goes to Stephen-Argyle. 8:13 to go in a half. Kind of a low scoring first half. 12-6 in favor of Sacred Heart. Just inside the arc from Swanson on the right wing. Shot didn't go. And the rebound for Sacred Heart. 3 on the way, right wing. Good by Izzy Swickler. First 3 of the game for the Eagles. And their biggest lead now at 15-6. 7:50 to go in the half. The ball got away briefly, so the officials stopped the clock while it could be retrieved. And now full court pressure from Sacred Heart. They break that with a press to Winorovich on the far side. Adolfsson on the left wing. On top for Rogas. Swanson high right for McGregor right of the lane. Looking to back in on Bernhoff, but lost the ball. Turnover 8 on Stephen-Argyle. Sunby into the front court. Passed low for Swickler in the right block. Couldn't quite hang on to it. She got it back. Now Lawrence driving right block. Shot, no, and a foul. Lexi Lawrence to shoot 2. This foul on Ayla Winorovich of Stephen-Argyle. That'll be her second. And the 5th on the Storm in the half. And Sacred Heart will take a short timeout on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com. For convenience stores, energy solutions, a meat market in Purim, a place to get feed, a car wash, and more, lakescommunitycoop.com. Providing quality construction services to the entire area, Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned construction company that is building for the future. Joe Lancella with Dawson Peterson from the University of Minnesota Crookston on Gold 1015 and YourLiveEvent.com. 7:11 to go till halftime. And Lexi Lawrence to shoot 2 free throws for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Lawrence with 5 points on the game, 1 of 2 at the line. First one good. Eagles as a team shooting 72.6% from the stripe. Lawrence 71.4%. And 2 for 2 here. 17-6 the lead for Sacred Heart as they try to do a three-peat over Stephen-Argyle during this season. Adolphson right wing, now right corner McGregor, back out for Swanson, high right, ball passed down low, tipped out of bounds, it will stay with Stephen-Argyle with 20 to shoot and 6:56 to go in the half. Inbound knocked away, but it came back to the inbound player who was still off the court. Turnover 9 on Stephen-Argyle. Top of the key drive by Burnoff in the lane. Scoring is Lydia Risky, who's back in her first bucket. 19-6. As the Eagles continue their run. Groven high right. Now around toward the left of the arc, still out high with 17 to shoot. Gives for McGregor, who'll shoot a three. That doesn't go. Rebound tipped. Came to Marcus, who's back in. That shot missed, and a rebound for Lawrence. Horkin feeding Lawrence ahead of the crowd to put it up and in. Lexi Lawrence with 9. 21-6 in favor of Sacred Heart with 5:47 to go in the half. McGregor, right wing, giving it up on the top for Adolphson, who is tripped and fouled. Fourth team foul on Sacred Heart. This is on Izzy Swickler. That will be her second. Finley Horkin out. Leah Sunby back into the Sacred Heart lineup. 20 to shoot for Stephen-Argyle as they inbound at baseline left. Inbound pass was tipped by McGregor and taken away by Sacred Heart. Sunby top of the key will hand it off. Now Swickler from the right wing. Bernhoft trying to back her way in from the right wing. Giving it for Risky, who will drive and miss. And a rebound McGregor. 5:07 to go in the half. 21-6 Sacred Heart in the lead. Adolphson from the right wing into the lane, shoots and scores. First bucket for Annika Adolphson. And that breaks a long run by Sacred Heart. 21-8, 4:44 to go in the half. Entry pass left block for Lawrence, drives in. This one didn't go, and a rebound for Marcus. Long pass for McGregor right wing. On top for Groven, and now Swanson high left. Swanson dribbles to the top, gives for Adolphson. McGregor high left. Pass to the far side, tipped out of bounds. Good play by Swickler. The ball stays with Stephen-Argyle with 14 to shoot and 4:17 to play in the half. 15, Bryn Stevens, 23, Kate Bernhoff back into the game for Sacred Heart. After the inbound, Groven high right, 10 to shoot. 2-3 zone from Sacred Heart defensively. Adolphson dribbling left of the lane, puts up a shot that's well off target. Second shot clock violation against Stephen-Argyle today, and their 10th turnover overall with 4:02 to go in the half. Leah Sunby into the front court for Finley Horkin right wing. On top Bernhoff. Swing a left corner, Sunby. For Stevens in the left block, she'll turn around and shoot. Shot doesn't go, and a rebound for Marin Jovic, number 21, who's in the game for the first time now for Stephen-Argyle. Pass intended for Winorovich, tipped out of bounds and last touched by one of the Storm. Turnover 11 on Stephen-Argyle with 3:32 to go in the half. No pressure from Stephen-Argyle as Sunby brings it across midcourt from left to right. Handed for Bernhoff, who dumps it down low for Bryn Stevens to score. Stevens with 5. 23-8 Eagles. Jovic left wing. Toward the baseline and the ball taken away. Sunby the steal. And unofficially, Sacred Heart have not turned the ball over in this first half, and we've got less than 3 minutes to play. Stevens from the left block, bounce pass across for Bernhoff to whistle and a foul. Team foul 6 on Stephen-Argyle. This is on Emily Marcus, her second. Lydia Risky back in for Sacred Heart as Bernhoff sits down. Not a shooting foul here. The next foul against Stephen-Argyle will result in the penalty. Air ball and a 3 from the left wing, no good, and a rebound for Stephen-Argyle. Jovic right wing inside Winorovich and scores with Stevens very closely defending her. 4 for Winorovich. 23-10 Sacred Heart in front, 2:20 to go in the half. Horkin high right, Stevens high post right. Sunby on the left, 3 on the way, bango! Leah Sunby's first points. 26-10, biggest lead for Sacred Heart. The only blip on that was a 4-4 tie early, and we've got a foul on Sunby, who was trying to reach in and take the ball away from Jovic. Oh, no, I've got that backwards. Jovic called for a foul as Sunby was trying to take the ball from her. 17 fouls, but because there's an offensive foul, no free throws here. Number 1, Alexis Labine, a 5'1 junior, checks into the Stephen-Argyle lineup. Minute 54 to go in the half. 26-10 in favor of Sacred Heart. Horkin right wing across for Sunby. She'll try another 3. That one doesn't go. And the rebound scooped by Rogas into the hands of a teammate. Minute and a half to go in the half. Rogas high left. Tried to get it for Adolfsson. Ball tipped out of bounds on the near sideline. It stays with Stephen-Argyle. Lexi Lawrence back in for Sacred Heart. Adolfsson right wing, cross-court pass tipped, but Rogas controls it with 10 to shoot. Labine left wing, swinging to the far side, and the pass picked off. Down the far sideline on a break. Missed the layup. That was Ernstson. And a foul with 1:05 to go in the half. Alexis Labine just into the game, committed the foul, her first. 18 fouls on the Storm. Arnson's first free throw off target. Ella Arnson, a 5'9 junior, averaging 4.8 points a game, 6 of 10 at the free throw line going into today. Second free throw around and out. And an offensive rebound, Winorovich. 1 minute to go in the half. Winorovich can control a pass. And it's finally Sunby who gets a takeaway. Sunby, left wing 3, no. Scramble for the rebound, and Winorovich gets there before Stevens. 40 seconds to go in the half. Adolfsson ahead of the crowd will put it up and in. Annika Adolfsson with 4. 30 seconds ago on the half, shot clock off. Arnson high left for Sundby on the top. She'll back up between the circles and run down some clock. 17 to go in the half. Sundby yo's it with 10. Now gives it off for Horkin. Back for Sundby. Right corner for Lawrence. Her shot blocked by Winorovich. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Sacred Heart with 2 seconds to go in the half. Arnson will throw it in baseline right. For Lawrence, right of the lane, 8-footer doesn't go. And that is the end of the first half. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com for convenience stores, energy solutions, a meat market in Perham, a car wash, a place to get feed, and more. lakescommunitycoop.com. At the break, Sacred Heart 26, Stephen-Argyle 12. We'll return to the University of Minnesota Crookston in 3 minutes on Gold 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
We believe energy should come with something extra, trust. Whether you need propane for your home, farm fuel, or dependable delivery, we've got you covered. With hometown service and reliable supply, we're more than a provider. We're your neighbor. Lakes Community Cooperative, your co-op, our community.
Lesmeister Dental is dedicated to providing its patients with the best appropriate dentistry to help them maintain their health, comfort, and beauty for their lifetime. We know every person is different, and we will help you stay healthy and offer the level of care that you desire. With offices in Crookston at 1726 University Avenue or by phone, 281-4323. See or call Lesmeister Dental today.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
Market County Grain LLC is proud to support all the area teams. As you take the field or court, remember that hard work and determination leads to success both in sports and in the field. Just like you strive for excellence with speed, service, and solutions to keep our farmers moving forward. Play hard, play smart, and compete with confidence. From all of us at Market County Grain LLC, best of luck in the upcoming section tournament games.
Welcome back to the University of Minnesota Crookston with Dawson Peterson, Joe Lancello with you. Halftime of the first of two 8A girls basketball round of 16 matchups coming up later. We will have Ferto Beltrami taking on Climax Fisher. But right now we've got Sacred Heart leading Stephen-Argyle 26-12 at the half. Our halftime report brought to you by Joe McCullum, Farmers Union Insurance. For insurance of your home, auto, life, and recreational vehicles, RVs, fish houses, and more, contact Joe for a free quote. Call 218-844-5970. And except for one brief 4-4 tie, this has been all Sacred Heart. Biggest lead that the Eagles had was 26-10, and right now it's 26-12. And leading the scoring for Sacred Heart is junior post player Lexi Lawrence with 3 baskets, 3 of 4 at the line for 9. Finley Horkin, 2 baskets for 4. Bryn Stevens, 2 baskets, 1 of 1 at the line for 5. Leah Sunby, a 3-pointer for 3. Izzy Swickla, a 3-pointer for 3. Lydia Risky, a basket for 2. Ella Arnson, 0 for 2 at the line, has not scored. Kate Bernhoff played and has not scored. Sacred Heart, 4 of 9 at the free throw line. My eyes may be deceiving me, and maybe Dawson Peterson can help me on this, but I don't think Sacred Heart turned the ball over in the whole first half.
I don't think so either. I'm not keeping a tally, but they played a clean first 18 minutes.
They sure did, and 10 rebounds for the Eagles, 4 on the offensive side. For the Stephen-Argyle Storm, Annika Adolfsson, 2 baskets, over 2 at the line for 4. Ayla Winorovich, 2 baskets for 4. Jocelyn Groven, a 3-pointer for 3. Adley McGregor, 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Emily Marcus, Danica Swanson, Taylin Rogas, Marin Jovic, and Alexis Labine have played, have not scored. Stephen-Argyle, 1 of 4 at the line, 25%. 14 turnovers against the Storm. And Stephen-Argyle unofficially 21 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side. And if you're wondering why Stephen-Argyle has so many more rebounds, well, if you're turning the ball over, there's nothing for Sacred Heart to rebound. As far as fouls go here for Sacred Heart, Izzy Swickla has 2 fouls, no one else with more than 1. And for Stephen-Argyle, Emily Marcus and Ayla Winorovich with 2 fouls apiece. Again, the winner of this game will face either Fossen or Manoman Waban Saturday afternoon at 3:30 from the Ralph Engelsit Arena in Thief River Falls. We'll have coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. As far as radio coverage goes, we will keep you posted on that as we find out the results of the other games being played tonight in 8A. One other game underway at this hour at Northland Community Technical College in Thief River Falls. Warren Alvarado Oslo taking on Goodrich Grigla. No word on that score as of yet.
That one right now, Joe, 38-19, Warren Alvarado Oslo. And that one's at the half as well. So a similar kind of style of game as compared here with Sacred Heart and Stephen-Argyle.
To kind of quote the Bengals, way-o, for Warren Alvarado Oslo. That's our halftime, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance Agent Joe McCullum. For insurance of your home, auto, life, recreational vehicles, RVs, fish houses, and more, contact Joe for a free quote at 218-844-5970. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Sacred Heart leading Stephen-Argyle 26-12. Back with the start of the second half after this 2-minute break on YourLiveEvent.com and Gold 101.5 KRJM.
Hi, I'm Kate and I live in World, Minnesota. It's south of Canada on Lake of the Woods. There's lots of outdoor opportunities like fishing, boating, hunting, things like that. And we do have a lot of local businesses, clothing stores, coffee shops, bars and restaurants. You know pretty much everybody. Everyone's gonna support you. Everyone's there for you. Warroad's a super safe community. It's a great place to raise a family. You never know what you can find in a community like this. I always think small town but big hearts.
Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start to finish, Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Savers Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com.
At Northern Roots Insurance Agency, we know that a good season can make all the difference. That's why we're here to help farmers protect their investments with reliable crop and hail insurance. Customized for the unique needs of northern Minnesota. And just as you work hard in the fields, our Stephen-Argyle teams have worked hard all year. We wish them the very best. Northern Roots Insurance Agency, rooted in our community, committed to our farmers. Give us a call today and go Storm.
Back at the University of Minnesota Crookston, Joe Lancello and Dawson Peterson with you. 26-12, Sacred Heart in the lead over Stephen-Argyle. As Sacred Heart go for their 14th consecutive win and their third win in 3 tries against Stephen-Argyle this season. This is now win or go home time. Sacred Heart with the same 5 who started the ball game: Finley Horkin, Leah Sunby, Lydia Risky, Izzy Swickla, and Lexi Lawrence. Stephen-Argyle will have the ball first with Annika Adolfsson, Jocelyn Groven, Adley McGregor, Ayla Winerovich, and Emily Marcus, their original starting 5. And full court pressure again as the ball is inbounded, heaved toward the center circle to Marcus, and now it'll be set up by McGregor as the Storm go from left to right in the traveling white with navy blue and gold. Adolfsson into the lane for Winerovich, shoots against a double team and gets the friendly roll. Winerovich with 6. 26-14. 2-3 zone defense from Stephen-Argyle as Leah Sunby brings into the front court, pass in the left corner. Now for Lawrence in the lane, trying to bowl her way through against a double team. Shot didn't go, and Winerovich the rebound. Into the front court, Groven for Adolfsson on the right wing. She dribbles to the top and gives for Marcus on the left. Out high outside the arc. Now dribbles to the top and gives her Adolfsson. Around a Winerovich screen. Now Groven left wing 3. No, long rebound. It's Sunby who retrieves it. They call a held ball, and on the arrow it will go to Sacred Heart. 16:58 to go in regulation. No pressure defensively from Stephen-Argyle. Sunby in the front court, far side, gives it for Horkin on the top. Now left corner for Swickla. Into the lane for Lawrence. Trying to split a double team and lost the ball, but fortunately a teammate recovered it. 3 on the way from Risky, didn't go from the right, and we got a whistle underneath and a foul on the Eagles. Their first foul of the second half, that's on Izzy Swickla, and that is her third. First player in the game to reach 3 fouls for either team. Sacred Heart again with full court pressure. They back off it as McGregor brings it into the front court on the near side, gives for Marcus. Now on top, Adolfsson around a screen. For Groven on the left wing near the hash mark. 15 to shoot. Adolfsson from the right wing into the lane, stops. And Sunby, I'm not sure if you give her a block shot for that, but she certainly took the ball away. And a feed ahead of the crowd, scores and a foul. 3-point play for Finley Horkin, or the opportunity. Jocelyn Groven with the foul for Stephen-Argyle, her first on the Storm in the second half. 23K Burnoff checks into the Sacred Heart lineup. Horkin's free throw short. Lawrence battling for the offensive rebound with Winerovich, but it's Winerovich who comes away with it. 28-14, the lead for Sacred Heart. Winerovich left block, shot rejected by Lawrence. And it comes for Burnoff down the far side. Burnoff all the way, shot short and a foul. And Burnoff to shoot 2 with 15:37 to go in the half. Adley McGregor with the foul for Stephen-Argyle, her first. Second foul on the Storm in the second half. Burnoff hits the first of 2, her first point of the night. Lydia Risky comes out for Sacred Heart, and 15, Bryn Stevens back into the game for the Eagles. As Burnoff makes 2, 30-14. And pressure on the inbound ball. Off one of the Storm, it will be Sacred Heart basketball, and unofficially the 15th Stephen-Argyle turnover. Inbound for Lawrence, shoots and scores, 10-footer right of the lane. Lawrence with 11. First player in the game to get double figures. 32-14 Sacred Heart. 15:20 to go in the half. Groven tied up, almost lost the ball, and finally a takeaway by McGregor, or excuse me, by Bernhoft. Top of the key, Horkin driving right of the lane, dumps in the lane for Lawrence. Trying to split a double team shot, no, but a foul. Lawrence will shoot 2, it appears, and Lawrence is on the deck. Marcus commits the foul for Stephen-Argyle, her third. Third team foul in the half. And Lawrence with an injured right knee. She is wearing a brace on that. We'll take a break. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com. For convenience stores, a meat market in Perham, a place to get feed, energy solutions, and more, lakescommunitycoop.com. And we'll take an in-game update here, brought to you by the Linfors Agency, with locations in Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, Ada, and Fertile. Except for a 4-4 tie, it's been all Sacred Heart. Lexi Lawrence with 11 points to lead the Sacred Heart Eagles. And 6 for Finley Horkin. Stephen-Argyle led by Ayla Winorovich with 6 points. This in-game update brought to you by the Linfors Agency in Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, Ada, and Fertile. We'll take a 1-minute break and return with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Lexi Lawrence coming off the court with a little assistance. Now Lydia Risky is in for Lawrence, who was due to shoot the free throws. And that's not a stunt by any means. Someone who substitutes for an injured player can shoot that injured player's free throws, as Risky misses the first. R-I-S-K-E-Y. And Risky with 1 of 2. She's got 3 points. 33-14 in favor of Sacred Heart with under 15 minutes to go in the half. Second half. Marcus into the front court between the circles for McGregor on the left wing. Or check that, Adolphson. Got my hairdos mixed up and threes. Winorovich high post left back to the basket. Hands it off for Adolphson driving, and we'll get 2 free throws. Second foul on Sacred Heart in the half. This is on Bryn Stevens, her first. Adolphson 0 for 2 at the line today, and the first one off the bracket bounces high and bounces down. Second free throw up off the bracket again. This time the ball hit the front of the rim and didn't drop down. Scramble for the rebound. It will stay with Stephen-Argyle. Or excuse me, they seem to have gone with a possession arrow here. Storm inbounding far sideline in front of their own bench near the sideline. Ball inbound tipped out of bounds. Storm will try it again with 20 to shoot, 14:36 to play. Well, it was not a possession arrow thing, as the public address announcer had said. Adolphson, right wing 15-footer doesn't go. Rebound scrambled. Recovered by McGregor. Her shot rolls around and in. Adley McGregor with 3. That's her first field goal in the game. And quickly the other way, a drive by Horkin doesn't go, and a rebound for Marcus. 33-17, Stephen-Argyle trailing. Almost 4 minutes played first half. Groven holding it high right, dumping it down low for Winterovich. Shot didn't go, and the rebound for Stevens. Stevens hand on the near side for Horkin. Pulls up left of the lane. 3 from the top by Sunby doesn't go. She got fouled. And Leah Sunby to shoot 3 with 13:44 to go in the half. Jocelyn Groven with the Stephen-Argyle foul, her second, 4th team foul. Sunby with the first of 3. This is her first time at the line today. Sunby, a 5'1" junior, second free throw missed. Danica Swanson, number 4 into the game for Stephen-Argyle, replacing McGregor. Sunby averages 12.7 points a game and is a 75% free throw shooter. And she only made 1 of 3 in that trip, and a rebound for Marcus. 34-17 in favor of Sacred Heart. Swanson high right. Passing for Adolphson in the right corner. Out for Groven high right, around to Winterovich, screen to the top. 15 to shoot. Adolphson right of the lane, now driving into the lane, put up a 10-footer, up and in. 7 for Annika Adolphson. 34-19. Stephen-Argyle trailing just over 13 minutes ago in the ball game. Horkin holds it high right, high left rather. Swinging to the far side for Sunby. Now on top for Horkin. Into the lane, Stevens. Burnoff with the 3 from the left doesn't go, and Sunby, the smallest player in the court, got the rebound. Sunby 3, left coffin corner, no. And Horkin runs down another offensive rebound. Horkin driving right on the lane, pull up from 14, yes. Horkin with 8. 36-19 in favor of Sacred Heart with under 12.5 to go in the ball game. Adolphson on top for Marcus right wing. Marcus looking for a cutter. Trying to feed Winterovich, or Groven rather, who is darting inside. Ball was tipped out of bounds and last touched by the Storm. And Sacred Heart with a timeout. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com with convenience stores, energy solutions, a meat market in Purim, a place to get feed and more, lakescommunitycoop.com. 36-19, Sacred Heart leading. Sacred Heart leading. Stephen-Argyle back in a minute on yourliveevent.com.
Performance Ag west of Borup with Eric today. And Eric, you've been around since 2013.
We're a full-service agronomy center. We have the fertilizer, seed, chemical, liquid fertilizer. We got our water there, and we'll have everything right in close proximity now with that new addition to our fertilizer building. Like we like to say at Performance Ag, we don't want all the business, just yours. So the best way to reach me is my cell number. It's 701-799-0356.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes.
Well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed. We're that kind of seed company.
Sacred Heart on the inbound, 12 minutes to play. Passing for Stevens on the left block, shoots off the glass and scores. Bryn Stevens with 7. 38-19. Sacred Heart in the lead. Except for a 4-4 tie, they have led coast to coast. Left corner Marcus. Back out for Danica Swanson. Now right wing for Groven. Dumping it down low. Shot blocked. Marcus had the shot and the Eagles with a block. Right wing 3 on the way. Doesn't go. Stevens the offensive rebound. Gives it for Risky, who drives in. Shot no, and a rebound for Groven. 11-10 to go in the ball game. 19-point lead for Sacred Heart. Winner advances to play in Thief River Falls on Saturday afternoon. Now a ball tied up between Groven and Horkin. Ball stays with Stephen-Argyle on the arrow as 23. Adley McGregor back in for Stephen-Argyle to replace Emily Marcus. Over in Thief River Falls, it's Warren Alvarado Oslo comfortably over Goodrich Grigla, 55-24 in the second half. Swanson for Groven, right coffin corner. Bounce pass into the block for McGregor. Swing it out on top for Adolphson to the free throw line. A shot off the glass and in just in time to beat the shot clock. Adolphson with a basket. She's got 9, and we go the other way in a foul. Should be free throws coming for Sacred Heart. Adolphson with the foul. That's her second. That's 5 now against Stephen-Argyle in the half. First free throw good by Finley Horkin. Lexi Lawrence has not come back into the game after she had left with an apparent knee injury. And she may be in the training room. I'm not seeing her on the bench being attended to. Second free throw off the bracket, no good. Rebound Adolphson. 39-21 Sacred Heart, 10:25 to go in the ball game. And a pass tipped. Arnson trying to get the takeaway, but it goes back into the backcourt and is recovered. Now we got a foul on the Eagles. That'll be on Leah Sunby, her second, and the third team foul on Sacred Heart in the second half. Storm inbound. Rogas for Winorovich high left. Pass to the far side for Swanson, and now Rogas driving right of the lane. Ball lost out of bounds. Turnover 18 against Stephen-Argyle. Sacred Heart basketball. Under 10 to play in the second half. Horkin high right, throws it across for Sunby. Outside the arc on the left. Now into the lane, Stevens. Feeding it down low for Greta Effhauser, number 13, a 5'10 freshman in the game for the first time. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Sacred Heart. Inbound baseline left. In for Sunby. Fires a 3 and hits. Sunby's second 3 of the game. She's got 7 points. 42-21 in favor of Sacred Heart. Their biggest lead. Under 9.5 to go in the half. McGregor driving from the left wing into the lane. Shot no good. And A held ball on the rebound. Oh no, we've got a foul. This on Ella, on Izzy Swickla. That is her fourth. And the fourth against Sacred Heart in the half with 9:20 to play off. The inbound, a basket for McGregor off the glass from the left side. 5 for McGregor, 42-23. Sacred Heart with the lead and the ball. Arnson for Swickla on the top. High right, Sunby. Swinging around nicely for Effhauser, who couldn't hang on to the ball. We got a loose ball foul. And that's on Swickla, and she has quickly fouled out. With 8:58 to play, Swickla fouls out with 3 points. And Stephen-Argyle will take a full timeout on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. LakesCommunityCoop.com for energy solutions, convenience stores, a car wash, a place to get feed, and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. Gordon Construction provides quality construction services to the entire area. Gordon Construction is a Native American-owned construction company that is building for the future. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Since 1989, Phil Thompson Associates has been one of Minnesota's leading crop and hail insurance agencies, providing critical financial services to agricultural operations. From bookkeeping and tax planning to payroll, we're here to help you succeed, and we're not just about business. That's why we're wishing all the area teams best of luck in the upcoming section tournament games from Phil Thompson and Associates. Affordable, high-quality service with a personal touch.
Dawson Peterson tells me that Lexi Lawrence is being attended to by the trainer still. She had been fouled and kind of crumpled in a heap and needed to be helped off the court. I see she is sitting up now, but will, with a 19-point lead with under 9 minutes to play, her services may not necessarily be needed for the rest of the game. Stephen-Argyle basketball. Adolphson from the left wing, given to the left baseline for Winorovich from the block. Shot doesn't go. Arnson got the rebound and got fouled. Team foul 6 on Stephen-Argyle in the half. It's the first on Danica Swanson. Leah Sunby into the front court for Sacred Heart, as Eagles will make a couple of substitutions at the next break. Stevens pops out top of the key. Now Sunby left corner. Sunby cuts to the top, now cuts to the baseline and scores. Sunby with 9. That's her first 2-point basket of the game. 44-23. Eagles with the lead, just over 8 minutes to go in regulation. Jovic had lost the ball far side. Storm able to retain with 16 to shoot. McGregor beat a defender, but then Sunby with a steal. Sunby on the front court. Sunby through the crowd, floater, no but a foul. And Sunby to shoot 2 with 7:46 to play. 7th team foul against Stephen-Argyle. This is on Danica Swanson, her second. Effhauser checks out for Sacred Heart. Bryn Stevens, the freshman, back into the game for the Eagles. 1 of 2 for Sunby. She'll check out to be replaced by Finley Horkin. 1 Alexis Labine back into the game for Stephen-Argyle. She's got the ball high right side. Rhonda McGregor screen, ball was poked away. Labine trying to get it back and also to avoid an over and back call. Now McGregor between the circles, 17 to shoot. And a double dribble called against McGregor. Turnover 20 on Stephen-Argyle. Sacred Heart inbound, hash mark near side. Going from right to left. Swinging around to the left side, now into the left block for Stevens, trying to make a move on Winterovich. Gives the ball back out for Bernhoff, driving from the right side. Now Arnson. Driving a shot short. And a foul underneath. 32, Avery Choate, a 5'8", 7th grader, is in the game now for Sacred Heart. And that's Choate getting the inbound and scoring. Avery Choate's first basket, 47-23, 6:48 to go in the ball game. Entry pass intended for Winterovich, tipped away. Stephen-Argyle keep possession. Groven right wing, spinning toward the lane, double team there, bounce it off the foot of Bernhoff out of bounds. It'll stay with Stephen-Argyle with 12 to shoot, 6:30 to go in the ball game. Inbound for Groven. Adolphson left in the lane trying to get a bounce pass feed for Winterovich, but it's out of her reach and out of bounds. Turnover 21 on Stephen-Argyle. 6:22 to play. And still by my count, Sacred Heart hasn't turned the ball over once. Bounce pass for an open Stevens in the left block, missed the shot. And here come the Storm the other way. Levine left wing. Winterovich near the left block. Back for Levine. Ball poked away. Retrieved near the halfway line by Adolphson. They call a held ball, and the ball will go to Sacred Heart on the arrow with 5:55 to play. Number 5, Emily Marcus back in the game for Stephen-Argyle. Drive from the right wing. Shot by Choate doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Stevens, and a foul. Bryn Stevens to shoot 2 with 5:41 to play. 8 team fouls now against Stephen-Argyle. Jocelyn Groven with the foul, that's her 3rd. Team foul 8. Stevens 1 of 1 at the line, hits the first. Stevens with 8 points off the bench. For Stephen-Argyle, Marin Jovic, 21, checks into the game, replacing Levine. Stevens made both. 9 off the bench for the 5'11 freshman. 49-23 in favor of Sacred Heart. Bounce pass into the lane, broken up by Stevens, and a takeaway. And over and back, Stevens trying to feed Bernhoff to her left on the near side. But apparently Bernhoff was behind the halfway line. That is turnover number 1 against Sacred Heart. Coming with 5:25 to play. That is a pretty good job of keeping the basketball. And a pass stolen on the near side by Finley Horkin. Horkin a hit for Bernhoff. Back for Horkin, shot doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound, last touch by Choate. It goes out of bounds to Stephen-Argyle.
Score update for you, Joe. Warren Alvarado Oslo just beat Goodridge Grigla 62-28 over at Northland Community and Technical College.
62-28. So Warren Alvarado Oslo into the quarterfinals on Saturday. They'll play in the last game of the day, the 5:15 game. Dump down low for McGregor. Shot doesn't go, and a rebound for Stevens. 4:35 to play. 49-23, Sacred Heart in the lead, as they're on their way to their 14th consecutive victory and 23rd of the year. Arnson, right wing, stops, free throw line extended right. Gives it off for Horkin. Choate with the three. That off the bracket, off the front of the rim, didn't go, and the offensive rebound run down by Arnson, who feeds Choate for a basket. Avery Choate with 4. 4 minutes to play, 51-23. A drive by McGregor, tried a scoop layup, it was blocked out of bounds by Stevens, and the ball will go to, and a short timeout by Stephen-Argyle. 3:55 to go in the ball game on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 51-23 in favor of Sacred Heart. Providing quality construction services to the entire area, Gordon Construction is a Native American-owned construction company that's building for the future. And our in-game update brought to you by Linfors Insurance, with locations in Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, Ada, and Fertile. Sacred Heart has led just about the entire way, with a 4-4 tie being the exception. Lexi Lawrence with 11 points for Sacred Heart. She's had to sit out a bit of the second half with an apparent knee injury. Our in-game update brought to you by Linfors Insurance. Sunby back into the game for Sacred Heart into the front court. Hands for Bernhoft. Her pass on the far side broken up and, well, thrown away actually. Second Sacred Heart turnover with 3:41 to play. Swanson for Stephen-Argyle. On the dribble, top of the key. Moves to the left. Gives it for Adolphson. Into the lane. Trying to feed Winterovich down low. She couldn't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover 24 unofficially for Stephen-Argyle. Coach David Smith saying in our pregame show he wanted to avoid turnovers, and his team has not been able to do that. Bernhoft, top of the key, passes to the right wing. Choate for Arnson, who will try a three and hit it. Ella Arnson's first points. 4 threes for Sacred Heart today on a 54-23 lead. Under 3 minutes to play, and another steal. That was Bernhoft. And now Sunby in the front court with 2:48 to play. Choate outside the arc on the right. On top for Bernhoft. Now on the left side, Sunby. Stevens left block. Trying to drive on Winterovich. Kicks it back out to the far side. 13 to shoot. Choate from the top. Choate into the lane. Left wing Bernhoft on top for Sunby with 4 to shoot. Sunby will take the three. Got it away in time, but it drew air. That's a shot clock violation. For Sacred Heart, number 13, Greta Effhauser back into the ballgame, a 5'10 freshman. Thing about both these teams, they only have 2 seniors on each roster. So Sacred Heart can be quite dangerous next year also, and Stephen-Argyle will be improving. Got a held ball. The ball stays with Stephen-Argyle on the arrow with 2:09 to play. Groven to inbound. Hash mark on the near side with 25 to shoot. Swanson right wing. On top for Groven. Back for Swanson on the right, trying to drive to the baseline, lost the handle on the ball. 26 turnover against Stephen-Argyle. And Sacred Heart on the verge of getting a 3rd win over Stephen-Argyle this season. Bernhoft from the top to Arnson. Sunby left wing for Choate on the top. Sunby left corner will drive into the lane. Dump it down low for Effhauser. Back off for Choate on the left wing, 10 to shoot. Sunby, left wing, into the lane, dumping it down low for Effhauser. Ball lost out of bounds. Sacred Heart ball with 5 to shoot. For Stephen-Argyle, number 1, Alexis Labine back in. Number 2, Peyton Kuzi, a 5'7" sophomore in the game for the first time. Sunby comes out for Sacred Heart as they'll make some changes. 24, Claire Adolphson, a 5'6" junior. And when they break from formation here, I may be able to tell you the others. Pass in the left block. And they forgot all about the shot clock. 4th turnover on Sacred Heart. 31, Kinley Novacek, a 5'2" 8th grader in the game for the first time for the Eagles. And substitution for Stephen-Argyle as Winorovich checks out. Adley McGregor back into the ball game for the Storm. 30, Kinsey Jerswold, a 5'3" senior, into the Sacred Heart lineup for the first time. McGregor trapped in the right block, kicks it back out for Kuznia. Out high. Just over a minute to play. McGregor right block, spins. Gives it back off, shot doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound. And finally controlled by Sacred Heart. 52 seconds to play. Pass on the right wing for Choate. Nice spin move, shot, yes, and a foul. 7th grader Avery Choate showing some things. And a chance at a 3-point play. Danica Swanson with the Stephen-Argyle foul, her 3rd, team's 9th. With 45.8 to play. And Choate, the free throw was halfway down and didn't drop down. 56-23. Another long run by Sacred Heart offensively. McGregor left of the lane on top for Labine. Now Swanson feeding into the right block for Kuznia, and a foul with 26.4 to play. Choate commits the foul, her first. That's 16 fouls, and it wasn't a shooting foul. So Labine on the throw-in, baseline right with 20 to shoot. Labine gets the inbound back for McGregor on the right block. Turnaround jumper, no. And the rebound for the Knights. They'll bring it across midcourt, and that's pretty well going to do it. They'll just dribble it out, and this one belongs to Sacred Heart, as they will advance to Thief River Falls on Saturday with a 56-23 victory over Stephen-Argyle. We'll sum up the scoring, have our post-game awards and more when we come back after this 3-minute break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Fair Fun returns to Fertile, Minnesota, July 8th through the 12th during the Polk County Fair. It's 5 days of fair fun for the entire family, featuring great grandstand events, some of the best carnival rides around, a great lineup of free stage entertainment, 4-H exhibits, and of course, a huge selection of delicious food options. For more information, go online to www.polkcountyfairfertilemn.com. We'll see you at the Polk County Fair, July 8th through the 12th in Fertile.
Marijuana is now legal for people aged 21 and older.
I always tell my younger patients that using marijuana while you're young can hurt how your brain grows. It can harm learning, memory, and attention.
And they need to know that the use of marijuana is illegal for anyone under the age of 21. That means it's age restricted, just like using alcohol, tobacco. That means you have to be 21 or older to use it.
Be a team player, talk to your kids. This message was paid for by the Cannabis and Substance Use Prevention Grant.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service.
I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Upgrade your toolbox and tackle any project with the latest from Ada Building Center, LLC. They've added a massive 24-foot Diablo display filled with everything you need, brand new to the store. From circular saw blades to framing blades and metal drilling solutions and diamond cutting concrete blades, Diablo has it all. Need fine finish or general purpose wood blades? High-performance crew driving bits? They've got you covered. Stop by Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, and see the Diablo difference for yourself. Your next project starts here.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Joe Lancello with Dawson Peterson back at University of Minnesota Crookston. Sacred Heart over Stephen-Argyle, 56-23. Our game summary brought to you by TDS Fertilizer and Trucking. Whether you need top quality fertilizer or custom chemical applications for your crops or reliable trucking services, TDS has you covered. Sacred Heart, except for a 4-4 tie, led it coast to coast. 26-12 for the half, their biggest lead, the one they had at the end, 56-23. Leading the way for Sacred Heart, Lexi Lawrence with 4 baskets, 3 of 4 at the line for 11. She also missed a lot of the second half with an apparent recurrence of a knee injury. Leah Sunby with 10 points, Finley Horkin 9. Bryn Stevens 9 off the bench for Sacred Heart. Stephen-Argyle, only 4 players scored. Annika Adolfsson with 9, 6 for Ayla Winarovich, 5 for Adley McGregor, and 3 for Jocelyn Groven. Game summary brought to you by TDS Fertilizer and Trucking. Proudly supporting our local teams and helping you grow. TDS Fertilizer and Trucking. Our sub of the game coming up after this.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Roadside Grill in Stephen, Minnesota would like to wish the Stephen-Argyle team's best of luck. Your hard work and dedication this year is something the whole community can be proud of. If you're looking for a great meal, stop in at Roadside Grill from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sundays. Roadside Grill is a staple in the Stephen community and a proud supporter of Stephen-Argyle athletics. Good luck and go Storm!
Time now for our sub of the game, brought to you by Subway in Ada. Eat fresh. And I'm going to go with Bryn Stevens, the backup post player for Sacred Heart, came off the bench to have 9 points for the Eagles in their 56-23 win. And now our stars of the game, brought to you by Pinehurst Resort, a beautiful location for a family vacation. Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. Go online to visit pinehurstmn.com. I'll go with Lexi Lawrence from Sacred Heart as a star of the game. Strong presence underneath. Leah Sunby with 10 points for Sacred Heart as well, and played a good all-around game. And for Stephen-Argyle, I'm going to go with Adley McGregor, who had 5 points, the 5'8" freshman. As our stars of the game, brought to you by Pinehurst Resort. Our energy player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. I'll go with Lexi Lawrence, the junior post player for Sacred Heart, with 11 points to lead everybody in scoring in tonight's game. And we'll have our power performer of the game from Wilder Ice Electric coming up after this 2-minute break on YourLiveEvent.com.
State Bank of Lake Park has been serving customers for over a century. State Bank of Lake Park offers checking, savings, and money market accounts, as well as certificate of deposit and IRAs. Home loans, consumer loans, commercial, and ag loans are just some of the services you can find. Their sound financial advice and outstanding service is something customers have come to depend on. Visit them online at www.statebankoflakepark.com or at their locations in Lake Park and Hitterdall.
At Team Industries, we are grateful for the dedication and hard work that drives us forward every day. To our team members, your passion fuels our success. And to our valued customers, your trust and loyalty inspire us to keep innovating. Together, we build more than just products. We've built lasting relationships. Thank you for believing in our mission and helping us shape the future. Every challenge overcome, every milestone reached is a testament to what we achieve together. You make Team Industries the team we are today.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
And our power performer of the game brought to you by Wilder Ice Electric. Wilder Ice Electric, hear the energy, be the power. And I will go there with Bryn Stevens of Sacred Heart, coming up with some power off the bench with her 9 points and strong play inside. That's our power performer of the game, brought to you by Wilder Ice Electric. Sacred Heart, 26 points in the first half, 30 in the second for their total of 56. Stephen-Argyle, 12 points in the first half, 11 in the second for their total of 23. So a tremendous defensive performance by the Sacred Heart Eagles as they go to 23-4 in the year, their 14th straight win. Stephen-Argyle ends their season with a record of 8-18. And let's see, I think we've got a couple of minutes off the commercials. Let me get those in, get those commitments in, and we'll be back in 2 minutes on YourLiveEvent.com and KRJB Gold 101.5 FM in Monoman.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program, growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
If you're ready for a great meal, head over to West Main Pizza in Ada and Dilworth. They have a variety of pizzas like Supreme, Barbecue Chicken, The Reuben, Grandma G's Sloppy Joe, BLT, Hawaiian, Vegetarian, and more. West Main Pizza also serves nachos and tacos, great pasta dishes, panini sandwiches, subs, and salads. West Main Pizza at 320 East Main Street in Ada and 111 15th Street Northeast in Dilworth. Check them out online at westmainpizza.net.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
At Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, we're more than just your energy provider. We're your friends, your neighbors, and partners in progress. With a deep concern for our community and a commitment to teamwork, we're dedicated to empowering every member we serve. From lighting up your homes to supporting local initiatives, Wild Rice Electric is here to energize our community. Because when we work together, we all thrive. Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, empowering you, empowering our community.
At LifeCare Medical Center, it's our honor and privilege to serve the healthcare needs of our communities here in northern Minnesota. We take great pride in our compassionate staff, dedicated physicians, and wide range of services we provide. Our primary mission is to provide quality care for a healthy life. From birth to elderly, we serve you at every age, caring for generations, caring for our communities, caring close to home. LifeCare Medical Center.
And we'll have Climax Fisher against Ferto Beltrami on a different feed here on YourLiveEvent.com and in just a couple of moments on Gold 101.5 KRJM. For Dawson Peterson, I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back shortly with more basketball.